Welcome back down to Ice Level. As always, I'm your host, James Blennau. This week, we're looking at who's gunning for a spot in the NCAA tournament as postseasons begin across all of our conferences. So let's jump straight into it with Game of the Week. Game 2 of number 3 North Dakota and number 4 Western Michigan. Nodak already clinching the Penrose Cup, but still huge for the NPI. Starting the second period, back and forth, tied 1-1. Sam Huck fires a shot from way off the wing and sneaks it home. Broncos earn their first lead of the game. Later on, Ben Strinden finds a deflection at the net front. Ties it at 2. We go to the third period. Halfway done, William Whitelaw charges down and fires at home. Broncos regain the lead 3-2. Now North Dakota on the power play. Cole Reshny finds the lane from the high slot through the screen. Tied for a third time this game. And in overtime, Broncos 2-on-1. Liam Valente finds the pass from Owen Michaels and ends it. The senior calls game on senior night. Broncos win 4-3, taking 2 of a possible 6 points from the weekend. Up next, the Frozen Face-Off. Down goes number 1. Ohio State marches into Munn Ice Arena for a dominant 5-1 win over Michigan State. The Buckeyes played well all around, scoring twice on the power play and only allowing 23 shots on Christopher Eberle in the game. They kept the Spartans in the box for over 12 minutes of power play time. Jake Karabola finished with 2 goals, while offensive juggernaut Max Montez finished with 2 goals and an assist. Riley Thompson also played an outstanding two-way game with an assist and 3 blocked shots. Up next for the Buckeyes is Notre Dame back home for the final regular season weekend. It's playoff time in the Atlantic, but last weekend Canisius and Niagara renewed their rivalry with a difficult split, leaving neither team with a clear advantage in the conference. Game 1's 3-2 Purple Eagles victory at home saw Declan McDonald score the late game winner in the third to take the team's first lead of the game and hold on for all 3 points. Game 2 back in Buffalo saw him continue his prowess opening the game scoring, but it was the Golden Griffins who came up with 5 unanswered, including a hat trick by Alton McDermott. Let's check out where these two teams face off in the AHA bracket. First round this weekend, Canisius hosts 10-seeded Mercyhurst as the 7 seed. Niagara hosts 9-seeded Army as the 8 seed. Rest of the games will take place over the weekend. Bentley faces the lowest remaining seed, Sacred Heart, with the second lowest. Number 3, Robert Morris hosts number 6, Air Force. And number 4, Holy Cross hosts number 5, RIT. While chaos unfolded in East Lansing, leaving Michigan State with only 2 of 6 points, their rivals Michigan had a rough homestand as well. The number 2 Wolverines split with Minnesota as the Golden Gophers picked up a 4-2 win on Friday night. Brody Zemer picked up 2 goals and an assist in the upset win in Game 1, making the title race a bit more interesting. Game 2 saw the Wolverines flip the script for their own 4-2 win as TJ Hughes, you guessed it, picked up a goal and an assist. Let's check out the standings as Michigan State controls its destiny in the title race this weekend. Wolverines lead with 49 points in 24 games played, but able to catch up right now with 22 games played is Michigan State with 47, Penn State with 41, Wisconsin down at 33, Ohio State with 27, Minnesota with 25, and Notre Dame with 12 in 7th place. Over in the CCHA, Bowling Green made it interesting in the final regular season series. Game 1, the Falcons shut out number 16 Michigan Tech in Ohio, with Dominic Ryman scoring the game's only goal. Tyler Palmer saved all 30 shots for a clutch shutout performance. Saturday was more of the Falcons, but this time it was Jackson Niedermeyer scoring the overtime winner to take 5 of 6 points from the Huskies. Let's check out who these two teams will face in the Mason Cup playoffs. This weekend, Minnesota State hosts Ferris State in the 1-8 matchup. Michigan Tech hosts Bowling Green back-to-back for those teams, the 4-5 matchup. The 3-seeded Augustana hosts the 6-seeded Bemidji State, and the 2-seeded St. Thomas hosts 7-seeded Lake Superior State. In ECAC hockey, number 14 Dartmouth is hot headed into the postseason, taking a 7-4 win over number 7 Quinnipiac at home. Jack Silverberg scored twice, CJ Foley picked up 2 assists, and Joshua Schenk earned 1 and 1. The Big Green made the most of their opportunities, scoring 5 on 17 shots against Bobcats netminder Matej Marinov. Let's check out where the Ivy League Force lands in the postseason as the chase for the Whitelaw Cup begins. Top 4 seeds get a bye, but it's the 5-seed Union taking on 12-seeded Brown, 6-seeded Harvard taking on 11-seeded St. Lawrence, 7-seeded Colgate taking on 10-seeded Yale, and 8-seeded Clarkson taking on 9-seeded RPI. Reseeds for the second round, and then it's on to Lake Placid. In the Hockey East, the battle for Commonwealth Avenue did not disappoint this week as a struggling Boston University picked up all 6 points against number 10 Boston College. Game 1's 3-1 win in the Gannis Arena saw Cole Iserman pick up a goal and an assist, including the eventual game winner. The Terriers pelted Luca Cloutier, scoring twice on 38 shots in the game. At Conti Forum, it was more of the same, as the Terriers held their rivals to 1 in a 5-1 win. Cole Iserman and Jack Harvey picked up their second goals of the series, while Cole Hudson earned yet another assist in the dominant win. Let's check out the standings headed into the final regular season weekend. Providence clinches the regular season title with 51 points so far. Boston College at 39, UConn at 38, and UMass at 37 and 4th. A tight race right now in this conference. Maine in 5th with 36, BU with 35, Northeastern with 32, Merrimack with 31, and rounding us out, New Hampshire with 26, UMass Lowell with 25, and Vermont with 22. In the NCHC, Colorado College playing spoiler at the right time as the Tigers took 4 of 6 from their road trip to number 9 Minnesota Duluth. Game 1's 4-1 win saw Owen Beckner earn a goal and an assist, while Klavs Weinbergs picked up 2 assists. Stalwart goaltender Caden Mberico saved 39 of 40 from the Bulldogs' offensive onslaught. Game 2 saw Brandon Wiskowski open scoring with 2 goals, both assisted by Connor Vidston, but Zan Plant fired 2 of his own back to tie the game at 2. Adam Guyon stayed near perfect through the 7-round shootout, saving every shot after the third to take 2 points. Let's check out the Frozen Face-Off bracket after an exciting weekend. Number 1 seeded North Dakota hosts 8-seeded Omaha. 4-seeded Minnesota Duluth taking on their in-state rivals, 5-seeded St. Cloud State. Western Michigan at the 3-seed hosting the 6-seed Colorado College, and Denver at the 2-seed hosting 7-seeded Miami. It's that time of year now to look at the NPI rankings. The tournament's right around the corner. In first place, Michigan, second, Michigan State, third, North Dakota, and fourth, Western Michigan. Right now, our top 4 seeds in the tournament. Penn State, Providence, Quinnipiac, Denver, Cornell, and Minnesota Duluth take us down to 10. Dartmouth, Wisconsin, Boston College, Augustana, and UConn take us to 15. And in the hunt, Minnesota State, St. Thomas, Maine, Bowling Green, and UMass down to 20. That's all for this week on Ice Level. No forecast this week because it's tournament time in all 6 conferences as of next week, so be sure to look out for all the amazing games on tap. For now, I'm James Blennau, and we're not experts, but it takes fans to grow the game.